Yeah,
But
you need to just take it slow because you have lots of things to learn right now. Even here, right? Like Viego is not going on you. I like it that you're hitting a lot, but the problem is now Brom just puts the passive on you. So three auto
yeah.
attacks and you're stunned and you might die here,
Hmm.
right? So if you can see what you're doing right now, you clicked to look at here when Brom is gonna stun you, and these people will go on you.
Yeah.
It's a big mistake here as well. See, if you play Brom and someone does it and just face check walks in front of you, like let's say in a different game, you are Brom and Ezreal walks here and kills himself. You'll see how easy it is for a support to to kill you.
Damage.
Exactly. And it's a huge mistake. It's a huge knowledge gap because if you take a trade against
Hmm.
Soraka, and
Hmm.
if you take a trade against Soraka and she Qs, she heals. That's crazy. So, no, you can't trade into the minions with Soraka because you have to understand that her Q, if she hits it, she heals a lot. So, you don't understand support. You don't. And you need to play more support because if you don't, you won't know when to trade and when to be aggressive. So when should I trade against Soraka? When she uses the Q, she misses it and she's on cooldown. Now it's very short, but level 1 is like 7, 8 seconds. So this is kind of key information you need to know. The fact that the Soraka Q heals around the cooldown where it's gonna come up. Also, when you heal someone with Soraka, you give it from your health. You see this? You take
Hmm.
it from your health. Did you know this?
Yeah, yeah, that, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
But if you Q and you get hit by it, you can give a free heal. Did you know this?
No, I
I
didn't know
know you
that.
didn't know this. So you see, it's a lot more complex League of Legends than just, oh, I know Soraka. I saw her in Arcane. Well, no, it's a lot more complex than this. So be very careful. If you don't know the cooldown and you don't know exactly the cooldown, it's not bad. It's okay. If you say it's 10 seconds and it's 12, no problem. If you say it's 10 seconds and it's 13, no problem because you kind of know when it's up. But you need to know the abilities and you need to know what they do. Because if you don't know, like, I don't mean Soraka has something that throws at me.
Mm.
Because I know she has something that she throws at you, but the healing is very important. Healing of
Yeah,
Soraka.
the things I know before you told me about Soraka, like, well, before that, I may ask you like another question. What do you mean by stance? Because I don't know, like I didn't understand that word, like stance.
Stands,
Stance, like you say, the Q stance, and then I didn't like understand if it is something that does
stuns.
damage.
Like, when Blitzcrank hooks. So a stun is like Morgana ulti. You
Oh
have,
yeah, a stun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I understand. I see.
yeah.
Stun.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. No, no, no. It doesn't
Yeah.
make
So
sense.
this is the biggest takeaway from today. Biggest
Hmm.
takeaway from today. Many other situations, like in a case like this,
Hmm.
you're playing aggressive and stuff, you can go into a brush and ult. Because if you stay here and you pressure, it's bad. But if you ulti them both, they will get look at him. Just don't ult now because he has W and he has shield. Go into the brush and ulti after.
Hmm.
That's what you should do there. Then you get stunned, you miss the W, and then here you can be out here because you have the Brom passive, right? And
Hmm.
Viego, do you know what the champion do? Do you know his abilities?
Yeah, I know he can like stuns
Mhm.
you if he hits you.
Perfect.
Um,
So he's a
I
stun, okay.
know I know he can make the path where he can walk like more like he's like invisible and he can walk like so fast.
Okay.
And I know when there is a dead enemy, he can like go into the body and then he can heals like he
Okay,
can
the
go like one
resets.
more health.
Yeah, so like right here, he can auto attack you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there is no way out for you right now. You're just gonna die because you have the passive of Brom. So in a case like this, you shouldn't think about going out because you can't go out. You should go in into the Brom, either here or here. You should just go in.
Mm.
So here you should E into the Brom and try to kill him. E here, Q here, and kill him because you're not getting out here. So that's what you should do. It's just game knowledge, really. Just understanding what the champions do and just taking decisions based on what the champions do.
And you said to play like more support, even though like I wanna learn, I wanna climb like as an ADC. You said like to play more support and
If you want to improve on AD carry, you need to play more support to learn more about support. Are you an AD carry main who feels like no matter how well you play, win the lane, make good decisions, play mechanically well most of the times, but you still have no real impact? You crush it one day, win 5 games in a row and feel unstoppable, but the next day you lose every single game and start doubting yourself. Am I even a good AD carry? What can I do if enemy top lane and mid lane are so fed? Imagine a world where you never let a lead slip away. You know exactly how to push your advantage, exactly when to rotate at the right time, and how to control objectives so you can snowball the game. A world where, as AD carry, you don't feel forced to make risky plays and you don't drop your lead. But you don't have to imagine it, you can make it a reality. This is Martin. He was grinding games, watching guides, and trying his best, but none of it seemed to work. The problem? He was focusing on the wrong things. You don't improve just by playing more games, you improve by fixing the small mistakes that cost you wins. And that's a problem that most AD carry face. From Platinum 3 to Diamond in 2 months. Billy found himself making the same mistakes over and over again, engaging at the wrong time, or mispositioning in teamfights, dying for no reason, and he even knew some of the mistakes, but he didn't know how to fix it. He would find himself guessing what to do next, unsure whether to push, rotate, or fight, while feeling completely lost in the mid game. Now, he knows exactly what to do at every stage of the game, and his results speak for themselves. Silver to Emerald in a month. Shaquille went from Diamond 4 to Challenger. Alex went from Gold to Grandmaster. And they are not alone, they are part of a growing community of over 3,254 players who have taken coaching and transformed their gameplay. But here is the truth, this was not overnight, and it was not effortless. Shaquille spent 2 years grinding to reach Challenger, not by playing more, but by playing smarter. Alex dedicated 26 months refining his skills and climbing to Grandmaster once he started focusing on what actually matters. So no, this is not a one session and you'll climb instantly, promise. If you're looking for that, if you're looking for a shortcut, this isn't it. But if you're willing to put in the time, willing to put in the effort, apply the right mindset, and focus on the details that actually matter, this is the proof that coaching actually works. You're closer to being a great AD carry than you think. Most players just need to uncover what's actually holding them back. That's it. You could keep grinding, watching random guides, and hoping for progress, but how much time will you waste before realizing something is missing? You could finally find the real mistakes that have been keeping you stuck and start making real progress. You have already put in the effort. Now let's make sure it pays off. Book your coaching session now at bizaz.com. That
okay.
doesn't mean you're gonna main support. I mean, okay, if you like it, sure, but you can play like, if you play, how many games you play in a day on
When
average?
when I'm going crazy, I can play 14 games in a
But
day.
in general, like a normal day, not like crazy, but not like
Um,
bad.
yeah, like 8, 10.
So let's say you play 8 games per day. You play 2 games of support, and you play 6 games on AD carry.
Okay.
You can play normal games. You can play flex queue, and just see range, cooldown, and what does the ability do.
Hmm.
So you know what is the cooldown, what is, so you know how to play and when to be aggressive. Because if you don't know these things, it's gonna be very difficult for you to
To
play
climb.
better and to climb. Yes, the wave
Oh,
management, camera control, and other things, you're not bad. You're not bad. You have knowledge. The support knowledge, you have some knowledge, but it's limited. It is too
yeah.
limited, and it's gonna hold you back. That's the problem. Your mechanics are not bad. So this is the first step. You need to
Hmm.
improve your laning phase, aggressivity,
Hmm.
when to ward, and when to poke and when to play safe. These things. That's it. Mid
Hmm.
game or other things, we'll see. But what's certain is, if you improve your laning phase to the maximum level, I think
That will
you
be
will
awesome.
be able to get to platinum.
Yeah, yeah, because what happens, is that when I got fed, because there are games where my team are bad, but like I
Yes.
you said, like if you play good, you can carry the game. And there are games that I carry because I play so good at the laning phase that I am like, but but yeah, I suppose like I have to like learn just a little bit like more of support because that's what I know. Like the things I told you, like, hey, I don't know the exact cooldowns, but I know like what the enemy supports do, like what abilities I have to be careful of, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's something that if you told me like to work on, like I really would like to work on because you know like I want to be like, you know, like a higher rank and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like
Yeah.
I told you, like I started playing like more seriously like 3 months ago. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
but
You need to just take it slow because you have lots of things to learn right now. Even here, right? Like Viego is not going on you. I like it that you're hitting a lot, but the problem is now Brom just puts the passive on you. So 3 auto
yeah,
attacks and you're stunned and you might die here,
hmm
right? So if you can see what you're doing right now, you clicked to look at here when Brom is gonna stun you, and these people will go on you.
yeah,
It's a big mistake here as well. See, if you play Brom and someone does it and just face check walks in front of you, like let's say in a different game, you are Brom and Ezreal walks here and kills himself. You'll see how easy it is for a super to to kill you. You'll see that. So that's what you should do after today's coaching session. Okay.
okay.
Do you have questions about this game?
About this in this game no, because it was like a short game and yeah, you're basically explaining like all the mistakes and yeah, I can see where I made the mistakes. Um, but I just have like I have like a notes here where I just have like a few questions and I think it's one more question that I have is the question that I ask I should stay mid lane because every time I leave the bot lane I go mid game I go the mid lane
Yes.
every
Yes.
time and sometimes I go to bot or top to farm the waves um, but what about like I asked you in the game? What about if the mid lane doesn't wanna like move and he wanna like share the farm and he doesn't wanna move
So
because
why
he
you
wanna
group mid? Why you group mid?
because I think it's more safe to to nether carry and then you can like just farm over there and farm
But why
and then
don't you
yeah
stay
look at the
bot? Why don't you stay bot?
because when you finish the farm over there, like you know, like the wave goes more and more, and you can be in danger because you don't know
Yeah,
where
I don't want to
the
be here, right?
yeah, you don't want to be there. You want to be
Okay.
like a medium.
So you pushed. This is your wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you pushed and you go to mid. And this is your wave. So if you stay bot, you can't stay bot, right? You just stay mid.
Yeah.
You share some XP. You need to ping your mid laner, assistance on his head,
Mm-hmm.
and assistance on bot lane. So
Mm-hmm.
he understands, bro, please go bot. Easy peasy. He goes bot and you stay mid. But unfortunately, if maybe you don't ping correctly or
Mm-hmm.
maybe he just doesn't go bot, what do you do? Well, you stay mid and you share farm. Until when? Until the enemy AD carry will go clear your wave, push another wave, and when you see that another wave is right here, then you go and collect it. You collect
Okay.
it, you push it back to the AD carry, boom, then you go back to mid lane right now. Until when? Until the enemy AD carry will push back bot lane, and then you go back to bot lane again.
Okay.
So you kind of share
Same
XP.
with top,
Yes,
right? Okay. Same with the top lane, right? If the top lane enemy likes farm the top wave, and then you can go farm, you go top, and then you come back to mid lane.
but you shouldn't be top though. If you are top, then you're already making a mistake. You should not be
Why?
top because on top, people like Camille, Ilao, Yorick, Jax, 5 levels up on you, jump on you, die. You are AD carry. So if it happens that you're top and your support and jungle are not around you, you just die. So top,
Okay.
you go only if it's like let's say a massive wave on top lane, you go collect it, maybe push one more, and then you go mid and you stay mid, and top lane should stay top. But if let's say
Okay.
everyone is mid lane and they're pushing an enemy top is there and you need to go top because you're just really close, you can't just go mid because it's too far, then you can go top and defend, maybe push one more
Mhm,
wave, but then still don't stay top, just go back to mid.
mhm. Okay, I understand. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I saw one of your notes that you write early in the session, um that you wrote something about have like a second account or something like that.
Yeah,
The
to
in a
play
losers.
support, you are, in my opinion, you're playing way too much for you to be consistent. And that's why I see you have like very neutral win rate. I
Like what
think
do
that
you
like if
mean?
you want to play a lot like this, play in three blocks. So you're saying you are playing in three blocks, like you play 3 games in a row, then take a break, or do you just play 20 games in a row and that's it?
Yeah, I played like 20 games in a row because like I told you, when I got to Platinum 3, I just was playing for fun and because I want to learn, and then I was climb because I win games, I win more games than I lose games. And yeah, so I didn't have like the concept of like a stopping point because I just okay, so I am free, I can play games, and I start playing League, and yeah, I started playing just you know.
Personally, I would play like 3 games in a row, then I would take like a 15 minutes break, then again 3 games in a row and stuff like that. I would take a bit of a break between games so you can kind of refresh, because like if you just play and play and play, you're gonna be autopilot. You're not gonna think much about what you're doing. And if you're losing a lot in a row, like if you're losing like 4 games in a row, I
Mm-hmm.
think I would just try to, take a break, watch my games, maybe go on another account and try to play, because playing too
Mm-hmm.
much is not very helpful. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter that much because you're just silver, so you should play to
Mm-hmm.
improve. It doesn't really matter if you lose or if you're in losing loser streaks. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, after 4 games in a row lose streak, if I was you, because you play a lot, I would not.
Mm-hmm.
I would go play more support and stuff like that. And second account, yeah, for support or for when you're tilted, or when you lose a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, what do you think are the biggest mistakes that we identified in today's coaching session?
The biggest mistakes, for certainly the ones that you told me, and I thought for one moment that you were so mad, and I am like, he mad or
No.
I don't know.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um, is the one that understands support because, like I told you, like I know what abilities to be careful of, but like understanding like what the QWE does, like really does, because I know what Soraka do with the Q, but I didn't know if she lands on you, is if she lands on you, she health.
Yeah.
So basically, it's understanding that, um, being more aggressive like I didn't know when you wanna be like aggressive, you wanna be like in front of their minions. Like I always be on my minions, but like you say, like clicking forward, like standing, like I don't know if you remember, like
Yes,
being
yes, yes.
yeah. So that kind of stuff, and those are two like the main things that you told me.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. That sounds good. So we need to play more support and we need to